Welcome back, all you lovely cricketers. This is what's going to be your favourite podcast to listen to. That's right, your good old mate, also a great cricketer here who just loves to talk some shit. Welcome back to another episode of the Sunday Cricketer. I am your host, Joshua McQuaid, and welcome back to the Justin Langer saga continues on today's episode. Now, we're going to dive right into it. I've got some more articles coming up that have come out over the past couple of weeks about stuff. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Aaron Finch backs Andrew McDonald to be named Australia's next full-time men's coach. Now, he is the one that's come in as interim coach at the moment, replacing Justin Langer after he resigned. He's interim coach, and Aaron Finch is backing him to become the full-time coach. Well, the way he's doing it, Sri Lanka maybe, but Sri Lanka almost have pulled off some wins. So have a read of this. Australia's limit over captain Aaron Finch has backed interim coach Andrew McDonald to become Justin Langer's full-time successor, saying the former all-rounder has the respect of the playing group. McDonald assumed a larger role with the Australian locker room in the lead-up to the team's maiden T20 World Cup win last year, with Langer taking a back seat. In the wake of Langer's exit after almost 4 years at the helm, McDonald has been widely expected to be named Australia's next full-time coach, which, not surprising, it would make sense because New Zealand Rugby did the same thing. We had, what was his name? We had Graham Henry, and then, the guy that's in coach now. Oh, no, actually, because Foster's in. So Foster came in after Henry, who, was assistant coach. So it would make sense for McDonald to come in. McDonald's calm approach is a stark contrast to Langer's style and is seen to be much more player-friendly, which, who the fuck cares about the players? The players have no say on who the fucking coach should be. Bro, I've had some of my coaches, but you just get along with it, you get over it, and you do the shit you need to do. But yeah, apparently he brings a lot of respect from the players. Finch said of McDonald's credentials, he has a calm approach. He's someone who never seems to be flustered by any situation or result. It's all about the process and making sure that your attention to detail and your preparation and your planning is 100%. He brings a really good attitude around the group. He's been with the team for quite a while now. It's exciting times. Finch was a teammate of McDonald's during the latter player's career, with the pair sharing the Victorian locker room together, before McDonald coached the Aussie skipper at state level and for Melbourne Renegades in the BPL. Despite backing McDonald, Finch made sure to pay tribute to the job Langer has done since taking over as coach in 2018, once he labelled amazing. As a player group, we couldn't thank him enough, and I know personally the amount of work he's done for me as a batter, as a person, as a leader, he's been fantastic. He said. Finch touched on a meeting he had with the Test captain Tim Payne and current Test skipper Pat Cummins back in August regarding Langer's intense coaching style. We sat down in August and talked through all of that about things to improve and give our feedback. Finch said. That was as much conversation that I've really had about it all. Like Pat said, it's not our decision we made, but we all gave all our feedback along the way, and we've got to move on from all that's now and start with the Australian cricket team, hopefully winning the series. Finch and Australia's T20 side will now be taking on the Sri Lankan team in a 5-game series, which, is going well for Australia at the moment, but okay. I don't believe it's the first time you talked about the Finchy. Who the fuck goes, we're only going to talk about it once, that's some bullshit. I call you on that. I say you've talked about it many times. Now, this is an interesting article. This is by New Zealand Herald, and it comes out, and I have to agree with it, and I hope New Zealand cricket do something about this, because Gary Stead needs to fuck off. He is so shit. Okay, we lost to Bangladesh. We drew 1-1 Bangladesh, and we lost to India. Okay? We're fucking shocking. Gary Stead needs to fucking go. So, this is the source with Liam Napier. Aussie cricket coaches exit a massive warning to New Zealand sport. Basically talking about culture and curricular balance acts in modern sport. Just something as messy exit as Australian coaches, akin to the last bastion of headmaster style management. Now, Gary Stead needs to go. Now, I'm not going to really talk about this article too much, as I can't actually, because it's fucking paywall behind it. New Zealand Herald, fuck off, you piece of shit. But no, Gary Stead needs to go. Like, Justin Langer, I think, needs to stay. Gary Stead can't win shit. He's lost three or four finals now, won one, and it was a Test championship. Now it's because we got Conway in, and fucking Taylor and Williamson played well, and we bowled well. But yeah, no, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think it's time he goes, and we need a new coach, because I'll talk in another episode, talking about the selection for the South African tour. I'm going to dive into that, and I'm going to play a bit of committee there, and see his decisions on who he's picked. But yeah, I think it's time he goes. But yeah, diving more into the Justin Langer saga. Andrew Stratus, who has spoken out, saying it's not my decision. and he won't be hiring old mate Justin Langer as England coach because it's not his decision. So it'll be the Cricket England's decision. So as Strauss says, it's not down to him whether Justin Langer should be invited to become the next cricket head coach. Interim managing director of men's cricket, Strauss, has previously said that his old teammate and friend Langer, who resigned as Australia head coach last weekend, should not be ruled out to replace Chris Silverwood in the equivalent England role. But on Wednesday, former England cricket captain Stratus has been to make it clear that the job is over the next few months was to appoint Ashley Gillis long-term successor in the managing director role, not to lead the hunt for the new head coach. That's what the decision, Stratus said when asked about the possible pursuit of Langer. I have to help the ECB, England and Wales Cricket Board, recruit the director of England. Director of cricket, and they will be thinking about the candidates for the England position. Stratus did offer a vote of confidence in Phil Collingwood as a sort of coach to help lead the rebuild for England. Red Bull fortunes in short term following the clear-out of key personnel over the past weeks. 3 England members of staff, Silverwood, Girls, and batting coach Graham Probe, have lost their jobs, while 8 players, including Jimmy Anderson, the shortboard, have been dropped for next month's tour of the West Indies amid the fallout from the Ashes hammering, even though they were 2 of the best players. So I question why those 2 have been dropped. But Collingwood announced as the interim replacement for Silverwood on Monday. It is thought that have a good chance to take the reins of England white ball fortunes, and Stratus has been backed him as the future Red Bull coach as well. Paul obviously disputed for Chris Silverwood out in the West Indies with the T20 team and had done a very good job out there by all accounts, says Stratus. Did he? They got battered 3-2. They lost to a fucking shit West Indies side. Nah, they did not do a good job. But yeah, he sees him in the role, so Justin Langer is up there. But now we get into even more interestingness, because I have to talk about this. This is very interesting in the way it goes, because Pat Cummins has been called out. He got caught talking to Andrew McDonald about Justin Langer and his feelings on Justin Langer in a fucking pub in Hobart. Bro, how fucking stupid are you to fucking do that? My dude, how fucking dumb are you? Like, why would you talk about Justin Langer in his coaching position in the pub? But yeah, let's dive into these 2 articles about it, because I'm finding this shittingly hilarious. A pub conversation between some senior Australian cricketers reportedly revealed the squad's true feelings about former coach Justin Langer. A pub conversation between Pat Cummins and some senior Australian team members has unveiled the squad's true feelings about former national coach Justin Langer, who stepped down from the role last week. Following months of speculation, Langer quit as national men's coach after the Cricket Australia board offered him a pitiful 6-month contract extension. I agree. Test captain Cummins confirmed that senior players were consulted by the CA board before the final decision was made. But former England captain Michael Vaughan has lifted the lid on a seemingly private conversation between Australian players and support staff that made it quite clear they wanted Langer gone. That's right. They cool down their shit. I said it in the last part of the saga. Fucking Cummins is a piece of shit. He is. Fuck you, Cummins. I knew you lied. Ahead of 5th Ashes Test at Blundstone Arena, a group of English journalists ahead overheard Cummins and now interim coach Andrew McDonald discussing who they wanted to replace Langer. Guardian Sports, All Martin and The Telegraph, Nick Holt, who were both sitting on the next table, published stories the following day on Trevor Boss's being the player's preferred replacement. The one piece of advice I'll give Cummins is when you're an Australia cricket captain, you're always under watch. I know from close contacts in the England journalistic world that Pat Cummins and Andrew McDonald were caught having conversations in the pub in Hobart. That conversations was overheard by 2 or 3 British journalists. My advice to Pat Cummins would be, if you're going to have strong conversations about the potential removal of your Australian head coach, who was in the position at the time, don't do it at a pub. Do not do it in the public domain where you may get heard. Yes, you fucking idiot. Why would you go down for a pint at your local pub and go, let's talk about the fucking Justin Langer situation, shall we? I'm fucking Pat Cummins and I fucking am an idiot, dude. I am fucking special. I'm the fucking dumbers. I like to talk about this shit. Oh, he's fucking idiot, man. That's how all these stories started. It was quite clear that they wanted Justin Langer out, and evident that they were talking about the likes of Trevor Bellis, Michael DeVinto, and Andrew McDonald, who was in the conversation as well. They can deny it as much as they want, but 2 or 3 juniors I know of who were there in the pub listening when you're an international captain, just be careful where you have that conversation. For sympathisers of Langer, who has been taunted as a potential candidate to take up the vacant English coaching role, it's a worrying time. If you're a coach, he said, it's a bit like the Premier League football where if players don't like you, your methods are the way you're talking and creating the culture inside the group, player power can take over. Unfortunately, cricket might be going through that era where player power can get rid of a coach. Like I said before in the previous part of the saga, Ralph Rangnick's Man United players controlling. On the back of the Sandpaper Gate, just go back, and the players that have previously probably manoeuvred him out of the system now are actually the players he helped back into the side, helped but get trust back around the world. I still don't trust Steve Smith, and I still don't trust the guys that I want Karen Bancroft back though for Australia. I trust him. Yes, we clearly has a management style that isn't there for everyone, but it's just a wary of throwing him under the bus too much. Cricket's going quite close to a football game, which is a bit of a concern. I have to agree with Mark Vaughan. I don't think you should really be talking about your feelings about the current coach in a fucking pub with a pint in your hand with the assistant coach there, you fucking twat. Oh god, that is such an idiot decision. I don't think that's smart at all. I think that's a stupid fucking decision. But so stupid. So now we're on to our last 2 articles we're going to have a look at. This is about England and Justin Langer for the cricket job. Now, these are 2 big ones, and I think they are massive because England fans have named Justin Langer as their choice to become the next head coach, sending a strong message to the ECB over their preferred candidate. Fans want Justin Langer. The Australian cricket team got rid of him, and the fans of England we want him. He absolutely fucked us over in England. Get him into the side. You know what? If he goes back and actually takes the England job, goes to Australia next year. They come over to England next year and England better them. Fuck, I'm gonna be going, Justin Langer's the man. Justin Langer's the man. You never fuck over Australia. Nobody's gonna fuck you back. That's right. That's what I'm gonna sing. I'm just gonna in this next year in this podcast. If he does get the England job, I'm just gonna sing that all the time. So Justin Langer's the man. He's the man. He fucked over his home country, Australia. Because fuck Australia. Andrew Stratus, the ECB's interim managing director of men's cricket, is currently leading the search for who should replace Chris Wood as head coach following the dismissal after the Ashes tour of Australia, and fans have named former Bagger Green coach Langer as their choice for the role. Langer departed his position as Australian head coach earlier this month. Australia only offered him short-term contracts. In a Cricket Mirror survey that listed 10 candidates, 46.6% of fans said the former opening batsman should be the next England coach. Interesting to hear from from England fans say, you normally wouldn't want the opposing coach to just fuck you, but I guess we can get him. I guess so. The 51-year-old has enjoyed a very successful 3.5 years spell in charge of Australia. He rebuilt the team after the Sandpaper scandal, won them a T20 World Cup last year, as well as successfully defending the Ashes in a 4-0 win. Yet it has not been completely plain sailing, with a series defeat to an injury hit India's side at the start of last year, prompting questions over his intense coaching style, which is said to have alienated some players and the Australian dressing room. Now, I'll say one thing. I don't blame Justin Langer for that. I blame the Australian cricketers, because holy fuck, are they at fault for the absolute dogshit performance they performed in that series. It was shockingly bad. How the fuck did India win? I don't know. Australia, I don't think you should be looking at your coach. I think you should be looking at you. But yeah, this has led some pundits speculating that England players might not take to Langer's demanding style, but he's clearly the fans' favourite for the role. Langer was coach of both Australia's white ball and red ball teams, and despite Australia's hits that England may look to separate the coaching roles. 58.5% of fans want to see this head coach for both setups. That would seemingly rule out Gary Kristen, who was the second most popular coach on Sevo, gaining 18.5% of the votes, whilst the South African is thought to be the high in the running for the role after narrowly missing on the job to Silva in 2019. He recently stated that he would only be interested in coaching the Test side due to the huge commitment required to coaching both sides. I think we should get this man into New Zealand for our Test coach. Two more Australian legends came third and fourth on our survey with Ricky Ponting and Jason Gillespie. Ricky Ponting earning 8.8% and Jason Gillespie getting 6.9%. Yet both of these options appear unlikely, with Ponting tipped to succeed Langer as Australian head coach and Gillespie settled in his home country with a young family after a successful stint of coaching county cricket in England. Good on him. But yeah, I think that's interesting. But yeah, it seems that he is facing competition for the job. As he's been linked to it, as we just read. England's, on the surface, he's done a very good job with Australia cricket team, so I wouldn't rule him out, but I'm not sure there are plenty of others as well. Langer recently quit Australia's head coach because Pat Cummins and the players just absolutely butt-raped him and went, "Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit." Despite England's interest in Langer, the 51-year-old is in demand, with his manager James Henderson telling News Corp there's a lot of interest in Justin's ability from all around the world. We received a lot of approaches inside and outside the game. I'm sure Justin Langer won't be unemployed next summer. See, he's wanted after. They want him for news stations, I guess as a commentator, and some other things. Let's have a look. So one of the other parties interested in Justin Langer is Sri Lanka. Interesting they want him. Who are searching for a new head coach after Mickey Arthur stepped down from the role in November to take over as Derbyshires head coach. Andrew De Silva, chairman of Sri Lanka's cricket committee, confirmed the interest in Langer, telling Co-Sports, "We are in the process of looking for a national coach. If Langer is available, we would like to have a chat with him to see his interest levels. It would be something we'd be happy to look at." Now, if I was Langer, I would take a Sri Lankan job because they got a young team. They're not bad, they look good, and they need someone that is intense and that can help them with their batting, because their batting is their problem, not their bowling. You need to understand the player's mindsets. You need to basically have someone who understands and becomes a father figure, and also to mitigate the language barrier. That's been one of the major issues. We need to have someone who gets the right message across and understands our culture as well. These are things that we have been focusing on finding the right candidate, says says Andrew De Silva. Now he's wanted after. Not surprised. Justin Langer is wanted after absolutely destroying in the Ashes series as well as the T20 World Cup. Now I say, if I was Justin Langer, I would take the English. I'll take the English job. I'll take the England job every day of the week. You've got Joe Root there. You've got Ben Stokes. You've got Johnny Burstow. You've got Moeen Ali. You've got James Vince. You've got Ewan Morgan. And you've got a very good team that is aging with some good young players that can compete, like Tom Basson and Phil Salt. I think it's time. I think he goes to England, and I think he shows Australia what they're missing. I think it's what my decision would be if I was Justin Langer. I think he should do it, and I think he should go ahead and enjoy the time he has. I think he'd absolutely batter them. But yeah, no, that's my 2 cents on the matter. Justin Langer, England new head coach, I'm saying, and Pat Cummins, fuck you for speaking in the pub, you degenerate idiot. I really don't know how dumb you must be to be speaking about this in public to your assistant coach about who we want as the new coach. Yeah, player power and all that shit. It's bullshit. Players should not get a word on this kind of stuff. This is from a great cricketer who doesn't like his captain. I live with it. Live with your fucking coach. Live with your captain. Get over this shit. But yeah, this has been the Sunday Cricket. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've grabbed a cold beer to enjoy this one and grab a cold beer to join the next one. I'll see you guys next time on the next episode of the Sunday Cricketer. I've been your host, Ross McQuaid, and thank you all for listening in. This has been your best cricket podcast around, and that has been my 2 cents on the Justin Langer saga. Hopefully it is now over. There might be much more to come, and if there is, I will cover that again in part 3 of the saga. But thank you for all listening, and peace out. If you'd like to help support this podcast, please do go and click down the affiliate link down below. It will help me and help you if you want to grow your own podcast. Also, if you'd like to listen to the audio version of this, go check me out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. It'll help me grow and you grow. If you go check me out also on those platforms and listen to me there, as well as YouTube if you want to.